What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to me! All right. If you're looking for devotion, I know Jeremy is dying laughing backstage. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for choosing to join with me on tonight for my live birthday credit show. Today is my birthday. This is my little party hat. I want y'all to see my funky haircut first before I put my little party hat on. So this is my little party hat, little party hat, little party hat, little party hat. All right. So today is officially my birthday. I'm so thankful and so grateful that you're here with me and that you're taking time out to be here with me. I'm not going to keep this hat on all night, but anyway, I got my party hat. And so thank you so much for coming. I appreciate everybody that's been sending me shout out on Facebook. Oh my God, there's so many people on Facebook and YouTube and calls all day. It's just good to be loved. So thank you so much for joining me. I have some special guests backstage and some people that's going to be talking with me tonight. You don't want to miss the show. The devil is a liar. I still made it. We all still made it. I'm telling you, he's always trying to stick his little head up. But we prevailed today and we got the victory. So I'm so grateful to be alive. I just, one of the things I wish my mom was still alive, of course, to be here with me. She always called me on 12 o'clock midnight. But thank you. I'm your host, Casacello James. I'm the credit expert, the credit analyst, the credit doctor. I'm known around the country as the credit doctor as well, a financial credit expert as well. All right. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to everybody that's joining me on YouTube. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Banks, and let me see, Mr. Lee. It is his birthday, so y'all give a shout out. There's not many people that have the same birthday, but today, this young man, he's one of my clients as well. His birthday is today. We have the same birthday, so shout out to Mr. Shamari Lee. He's a very professional young man. So shout outs to him and certainly to everybody. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, my Trevor. Thank you so much. So pretty. Look at that makeup and that hair. All right. Thank you so much, Davis. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Sheila Dobbins. Oh, all right. Somebody says Sheila Dobbins. Do it now. All right, let me see. All right, let me see who else is in Milford. All right, happy birthday. Thank you so much. I don't want to miss anybody. There go my man. He's been rocking with me from day one, ever since 2018. Mr. Fletcher, thank you so much. I appreciate all the birthday wishes and all of that good stuff. And so we're going to have a great show tonight. I have a really, really important topic I want to talk about tonight. But of course, you see I've been saying it all day. My Aunt Katie in Carolina, she doesn't call them balloons. She calls them balloons. She calls them balloons. So grateful that everybody took out time to be with me on tonight. And so I want to get into the show so we can get right into it. I'm going to be talking about credit breakthrough. That's what I want to talk about, credit breakthrough. Now, if I was in a church setting, I would say, touch your neighbor and tell your neighbor it's time for a breakthrough. All right. So at the end of the day, this is what the country needs. We need a breakthrough. We need something to come through for us. We need something that helps us, that comes in our favor, something that's going to not only get you to the place that you need to be, that you will go above and beyond. And let me say this, my Cash App is on. You Colorados that have been asking for that Cash App is on the screen. So I want to hear it jingled all night. This ain't the strip club, but this the birthday club today. The birthday club. That's what we're going to call it, the birthday club. All right, because I can't drop it like it's hot, warm, lukewarm, none of that stuff. All right. I'm going to see what our leader got to say about that. All right. So at the end of the day, welcome. We're going to be talking about tonight's topic is about credit breakthrough. What do you need to come through for you? I don't care if it's $200 or $200,000. What do you need? You got to say it, profess it, speak it out of your mouth. You got to mean what you say and say what you mean, because we're tired of dealing with people that say one thing and do another. All right. So we want you to say it. We want you to get it in your spirit. Even if the people, watch this, even if the people around you don't believe that you're getting ready to get a breakthrough, I'm telling you, when I got up this morning, that's what divinely the Lord gave me. He said, tell everybody that you can reach that they will come into a credit breakthrough. All right. We need a credit breakthrough like yesterday. You need whatever that financial piece, whatever. And there are 3 topics I'm going to be talking about spiritually. People need that communication. You communicate with the Lord however you want to communicate. And then you need that peace of mind. You need that breakthrough. And then financially, you need that financial breakthrough. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. And it's really going to be a fun topic. And so I really want to get my guest in. My first guest is Arlena Edmond. This is a life coach. She has her own show as well on Facebook and other platforms. She works in the educational system. She's profound, prolific. She has her doctorate degree in life, hard life, not easy life. She has made it from point A to point B. She is a motivational speaker and she's a mother. And so she's actually one of those confidants that we would call a ride or die. Now, this young lady is a ride or die. If you ever need somebody to push you, motivate you. I remember one night just recently, I wanted to be mad as fire. I was just as mad as fire. She wouldn't let me be mad. I said, stop making me laugh. I don't want to laugh. I wanted to be mad, but she has the ability to reach down. That's what you need. When you don't feel like going through, you need somebody that'll pull you up and help you get to the place that you need to be. So with no other further ado, I'm going to bring in at this time, her name is Arlena Edmond. She's one of my guests on my birthday. Today is the day. All right. So you are welcome with me, Arlena Edmond.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Miss
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to my brother.
Yes.
First of all, girl, boy, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I am Arlena Edmonds, and I am the What You Are Talking About owner and host of the Arlena What You Are Talking About. Yes. It is my pleasure to be here today to celebrate with you on your birthday. First of all, God give us friends and he give us relationships. And I thank him for the anointing and the relationships that he has built between you and I.
Yes.
Nothing, no storm, nothing can come between us. Now, you can come through sometime and want to break it up.
Yes.
He was saying the other night when he was having this moment, I don't let you have your moment long. Not alone. Not at all. Because a moment is just like everything else. It's season. I have my season. We take it. We move on. We push and we keep on. So to each and every one of you that is watching the show, please, let's take a moment and wish him a happy, happy, happy birthday. Now, I can do all things in Christ. Yes. But I can sing just a little bit. A little bit. So I'm going to happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Do it.
I'm done with the happy birthday. Sit back. Let's get ready, because when I tell you this young man has made my December, my January, and my February a happy birthday every month with the service that he has provided with the exceptional credit repair. So I'm here to tell you,
yes,
he has definitely made a different and impact my life. And I definitely don't sit here and just tell you something just to be telling you. Right. I'm speaking from firsthand experience. Yes. So as any further ado, I turn it back over to Mr. James and any questions that he may have.
Before you go, thank you so much. This is my sister. And you know what, as I said before, you have to have somebody that believe not only in your gift, but believe in you as the person. You need, just without, some people are able to speak. Some people are able to do computers. People have all kinds of gifts and talents, but most importantly, you want those people that have that humility and those people that have stick-to-itiveness. In other words, they're going to be with you whether you up or whether you're down. And so for me, meeting you was a breath of fresh air, because you not only do you walk the walk, but you back up what you say. And that's a big thing with me, as you know. I don't like people that today they say one thing and then the next minute is something else. So for me, how, in your experience, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but in your experience, how do you feel like the Exceptional Credit Repair LLC, the company has impacted your life, or you now are doing some things that you wanted to do, but you weren't able to do maybe a couple of years or maybe a year ago, but now you start doing things that, you know, and even a new regimen, maybe it's something brand new that you've never done. So tell us about that.
Well, let me tell you that, first of all, because I'm very transparent in who I am. Most people that know me, that I've been a divorced single mother for 20-something years. I've raised 3 kids. I am an educator, and I'm very truthful and honest in who I am. Yes. Like all of us, because we are not perfect. Right. We may sometimes want to pretend that we are. We may want to do all that, but it's actually not the truth. And we go through things, and we have things that we deal with. And so we deal with financial situations. So what happened with me as a single mother raising kids, we had difficulties, and I have credit issues, period. I don't care who you are. Yeah, and those who have perfect credit, then you be the perfect person. I appreciate that. But I did not have a perfect world. And so when we started talking about my credit issue, I was very honest with him. I told him exactly what I was going through, what my credit score was. And he said to me, I need you, if you follow my lead and listen to me, what I will do, I will help you if you help you. But for me to be able to help you, then what I need you to do is follow what I said, do, and just go along. Don't apply for anything. No, do all the things. I did exactly what he said. And I promise you, my scores, we started, I think, in November. By January or February, to be exact, in January, where I was not able to have a certain credit or not even get a certain thing, I have now been blessed. There's no question about it. I have been blessed to actually receive credit cards. And he said, don't apply for something. Don't do it. Please, let me tell you this. Yes. I will tell you, when someone is working on your credit and they instruct you what you need to do, follow the rules. Don't jump. Yes. Do not jump ahead of them and they're helping you. Absolutely. You're defeating the whole purpose of them being the future, and you're following them. So for me, Arlena Edmonds, girl, what you are talking about, I'm going to tell you, he has made an impact my life so much with my credit, and it's still growing. And it's a process. And when I didn't listen to him, my scores dropped. And so I had to come back and I had to be honest with him. I said, you know what? Sure did. When anybody, when your credit wasn't good and your scores got up and you got your first credit card, you're like a child in a candy store. You want to run, you want to do everything. And when somebody tell you not to rush, because every time you have one inquiry, that point goes down. Follow the lead of what he said. And if you're in this for a quick fix, if you're in this for fake stuff, you're at the wrong place. But if you want honesty, you want honesty, and he's going to tell you what to do, and you may not want to hear what he's going to tell you sometimes. Come on. I'm telling you from me, and I'm older than him. I'm older. I'm grown. Girl, what are you talking about? Come on. I'm going to tell you the truth. Thank you very much for your professionalism whatsoever. Thank you for me following your lead. And I slipped, and I'm being honest, I slipped and started inquiring for too many credit cards. My scores dropped. That's right. That's right. And there's no question about it. So if you're trying to get a house, if you're trying to get a car, you're not going to get it overnight, because that's why you got 5 years to pay for a car. That's why you have 4 years to pay for a car. So don't come in this expecting a quick fix, a quick high, a microwave credit. Yes. That's not what's going to happen. So I hope I answered the question. If anybody have any questions, you can follow me as well. On Girl, what you're talking about, I'm always talking about the service that he's provided. I've referred several of my friends because I know what he has done, and I appreciate it very much. So follow me, Arlena Edmonds, on Girl, What Are You Talking About? Hats off and happy birthday to you. If you have any question, please. I have a group of people that are going to be following, looking at the show. So all of you that know me, Girl, what are you talking about? Exactly right.
But you
And
know,
well
and I
said.
love what you said about the quick fix, because one of the major things when I do seminars and when I talk to people one-on-one, they want to know how long. And I get that, because you know, who wants to be in prison or without, you know, what they desire or what they're trying to fix so they can get that house, that car, the credit card, or whatever the case may be. But as I said last week, I believe it was last week or 2 weeks ago, if you need a credit card to pull you out, you have already messed up, screwed up. You don't want that. The credit card should enhance what you're building. And so if you're building back good credit, excellent credit, and you will go from levels. The thing that I love, and even though she's saying she's older than me, I'm not a young cookie either. And
No,
so
no.
today, because everybody asks me how old I am, and I'm 48 today. So I'm not 25, 38.
Not at all.
You know, I'm good.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah, so I'll be 50 in 2 more years. And so at the end of the day, what I like about what she just said is she had a realistic expectation. And when I came to her, now sis, even when we was talking, I said, now listen, it ain't gonna be no quick fix, and you got to follow my. That was one of the major things I said. And you see how she's shaking her head now? That's exactly what she did. And she is a born leader. So for her to be able to say, you know what? Well, I'm gonna say it like mom would say. It's a crazy person that needs help, and you got somebody reaching up or trying to grab you and help you, and you're fighting the person that's helping you. So at the end of the day, you have to follow those instructions. And I've been wanting to say this all day. Many of you see social media platforms. A lot of that stuff is pure nonsense and irrelevant. A lot of the stuff that people have said over the years is not true. What I do as a credit expert and an analyst, I use the legal language of the law. I studied the law, the federal laws. And so what I do is use that to remove it. As I said today to a young man that's going to be signing up tomorrow, I'm not a big fan of updating it because it was already wrong in the beginning. So if for an example, let's just say you owed a lender $1,000, but they are saying now that you owe like $2,500 or whatever the case may be. Sometimes to go back and unravel that or to clean it up or to try to fix it is very, very complicated. So that's why I put the title of my book, No More Complicated Credit. It's much more than Pookie or Ray Ray sitting at the house and saying, I was on the computer and I got a couple of things off my credit. It doesn't work like that. You have to use the proper language.
Exactly.
The proper language in order, the proper codes to get it off. So it's not easy, as most people say, well, I can do it myself. Well, I'm not talking to you. So at the end of the day, it's just like, and I say this all the time, you know, I don't want to homeschool somebody. I'm a very intelligent person, but I don't want to homeschool anybody. And if the lawyer has been to law school for many, many years, you want them to bring their expertise. So with her, she's yet still growing and she's had major success. I never forget the day she got the credit card. And see, this is a big thing with me. I said, if you do exactly, you remember when I told you we was working, I said, if you do what I tell you, I promise you, you will qualify for that card. It was not another card, the exact card that I told you that you would get a substantial amount on, you got it. So that's a bad brother. Y'all know I'm sharp. Y'all know I'm sharp.
Let me say this. I'll say this before I leave because he have other guests that's coming on, and I want them to be able to give their outlook of what happened with them. Also, let me tell you this, especially for my microwave millenniums, and for everybody that want a quick fix, please. My parents used to always tell me this for South Carolina. Everything that come to you quick and fast, it don't last. Don't. And every time somebody tell you that, oh, you can get a new social security number and you can get be very careful of all this quick stuff. You better remember, if it wasn't given to you by the Social Security people, with your name on it, then it's not yours. And somebody is going to attach the two together. So don't think that you could, as my dad would always say, excuse this, you can't outshit the shitter.
Come on.
Pay attention. And stop letting people tell you anything and think it is true.
Come on.
Follow the rules of what needs to be done. It took you, you know how long, it took you to mess up that bad credit.
Come on.
It will take time to clean up the bad credit.
And let me say this before I let you go, because you know I just love this. I can just talk with you all day because you're my sis. But at the end of the day, stop thinking just because you bombed and failed that it's going to be that way with my company. You have to give me a fair chance, and you have to calm down. And I'm talking from experience, because I'm going to tell you, she will tell you there's nobody that can get it crunk and set it off no more than I can. But at the end of the day, that's not at all what it's about. If you keep the main thing, and that is you want to go above and beyond. And don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself with another person and think that, oh, Trade Lines is going to give you a quick boost. And just like what she said, now I love what she just said about those CPNs. A lot of you Colorados that's talking about, well, I can't do anything with my social security number. You can't even do nothing with your baby's social security number. You done ran that mess up too. So at the end of the day, those CPNs, Costello and my company, we don't do, because at the end of the day, I don't eat too much orange candy, and I certainly ain't wearing no orange jumpsuit going to jail, because it's I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not worth it. Leave those CPN numbers alone. All right. Do it the right way. Clean up your mess. There was an old song say, I got to clean up what I messed up so I can start my life over again.
All right.
All right. So thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're more than welcome. It's my pleasure.
Can't nobody wear eyelashes like you, honey. This on Highway 95. I tell it all around the country.
I know, but COVID-19 and knocked the eyelashes off, but that's all right. She's coming back. She's still coming back. And to all of you that's out there as well, look me up. I am a consultant for TLC, Total Life Change. If you're looking to lose some weight and get cute and fine, find me, Arlena Edmonds, TLC, Total Life Change. I am the girl for you. It has been my pleasure, brother. Thank you very much for having me on. And you're crazy if you don't use them. How about that?
Now, say what? You crazy.
You're crazy if you don't use them. Girl and boy, what are you?
Thank you so much, love. I love you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to the class of 2020 everywhere. Congratulations.
Good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. I'm trying to tell you, it works if you work it. It works if you work it. You know, so I'm just thankful for her. And you know what? I'm just grateful. Today is my birthday. Today is my birthday, honey. I'm so excited about it. Now you can still cash app me. I'm getting used to this cash app and this jingling stuff and all this good stuff. Matter of fact, let me turn my mess back up so I can see what's going on. I like to hear that jingle stuff. Thank you. You know what? While I'm doing that, because I want to make sure I say thank you. The proper thing to do is to say thank you. And I want to make sure I get that out the way. Thank you, Miss Powell, for my birthday gift of $50. Yes. Michelle Mickle, that's my sis in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm going to bring him on. He gave his love offering $20. Wonderful. You know, I'm going to give you some chicken with that. And thank you so much for everybody. Dr. Betty Franks, Lisa Williams, $40. And also there was a special person that, you know, he said, this is for you and your birthday, not so much just for my credit stuff. I'm going to take care of that. But Dr. Sullivan. Okay, Sheila, I didn't forget. Dr. Sullivan, thank you so much for the love gift of $100. Thank you so much. Now, what am I going to do with this birthday money and stuff of that nature? All these lights that you can't see and all this other equipment that I need and all of this other stuff, that's where that money is going to go. It's going to go to more folders. It's going to go to more folders. It's going to go to more paper. It's going to go to more ink. Lord, my God, ink is so expensive. More computers, more labels and all of that good stuff. So if you want to continue to see the show grow, and if you want to continue to have shows like this that will give you, you know, knowledge and informative information about credit restoration, that's where it's going to go. Thank you so much, Raquel Walker in Atlanta. Thank you so much for reaching out, and then I'll go over some more a little bit later. But now, without further ado, I want to bring on my next guest. My next guest on my birthday panel is none other than Miss Sheila. Honey, Sheila Dobbins is all the way from Carolina. This professional, understanding, motivational. This is a motivational person as well. I just enjoy. Some people, when you call them, you be like, Lord, I wish I didn't call them. But she's not one of those persons. she's one of those persons. She's going to encourage you. She's going to say something to uplift you. And she's been helping me with my company and with my business and with the social media platform. And I'm truly grateful for that. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in at this time, Miss Sheila.
Hello, hello, happy birthday.
Thank
Greater
you.
is coming, young man. Greater is coming. Yes. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I told somebody today, I said, I'm going to fall out and I'm going to let the nice couch be my usher. So thank you so much. I received that. Thank you for being with me on my birthday. Thank you for all that you do. And I wanted to bring again, it sounds really good. You're looking good. You're there at your home. So I want you to touch on your experience again. And then I want to touch on very briefly about what is your expectation? What is your major goal? Like one major goal that we're working towards together. I know we've talked about it, but I just want you to elaborate a little bit. As Grandma said, you can't tell everything, but you know, just a little bit of what the company has done for you, exceptional credit, and then what is your major goal?
Okay. I was introduced to Mr. Costello, and I did not react right then. I watched him for about months, and I just followed him and paid attention. I bought his book, which is on Amazon.com, How to Fix My Credit. You better get it. It's $20, everybody, and it is worth that $20.
Yeah.
So I watched him and decided, hey, I'm going to do this. But first, one thing you have to do is you got to be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. And whenever you get tired of being sick and tired, and you're ready. So I went to him and I told him I'm ready. I said, I've made a mess of my credit and I needed him to help me get it together. And so again, I'm following his lead.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do exactly what he says. I've been with him since April the 2nd. At the end of April 30th, April the 2nd, I had 13 things that needed to. Well, by April the 20th, I had 7 of those things already removed.
Absolutely. And that was your.
So I'm telling you guys. So, I'm sorry.
That was your first round.
Yes, that was my first round. That was my first round. And I am going to do a second round. So that means I have 6 more things that needs to be removed. And my score has went up 20 points.
Yes.
And I've not done anything. I told him I was excited about it. I did tell him that, hey, what do you want me to do next?
Yes.
So I'm waiting on him and I'm not going to go before him. So I'm going to wait to see what he has, because my goal is to get me a home. I want to buy me a home. So that's what my goal is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I wanted to talk about, buying a home. Most people think buying a home, you just have to have the 3-digit score. With personal credit, you get a 3-digit score. With business credit, you normally get a 2-digit score. So it's not just only making sure that you get to a 650 or a 720 or something of that nature, but they're also going to look at the amount that you make on your job that you've made at least 2 years in a row, consecutive. And then they're going to look at your debt ratio. So it's 3 major things. But the beauty of this, and this is what I want to piggyback, something that Lisa said something to me about a seminar and a meeting she went to the other week, is credit restoration. I call it credit restoration, but credit repair, not all of them are bad. Most of them are just full of crap, and I don't know them. And the reason why I would say that, because it's listed on the Federal Trade Commission. But when you have a company that is a real bona fide active company like mine is, LLC, you know, you get a better expectation and you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. So if you hire somebody jackleg or shady or whatever, that's the experience you're going to get. And her major goal is to buy a home, and she's definitely going to get that home so I can come to Carolina and do me a little mini show there at the new home. So, and she does have a direction. So how do you feel about the turnaround? Do I call you back? Do I put you off 3-4 weeks, or never? You signed up and I never called you back? Or did I talk to you too harsh? Or did I say something stupid stuff to you, you know, or do I just tell you a bunch of stuff?
You have been nothing but a gentleman, a professional gentleman. And yes, sir, you do keep in contact with me. I don't have to worry about anything. I've not called you. I said, do whatever it is you need to do. And whenever you need to call me, you call me. Because like they were saying at the beginning, this is not a quick fix. So just as hard as it is, took the time it took for us to get in this mess, it takes time to get out of it. So I'm just patiently waiting.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, you know, rocking with me, staying with me and through it all. Thank you so much. Mr. Robert, Carolina, thank you for those birthday wishes. Thank you so much. And so I really appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Long. Thank you. And I appreciate what you have done as far as the encouraging, because every businessman can attest to this. There are going to be some ups and downs. Just before the show, I had a major hiccup. I had something else planned that fell completely. And so it was this group of people that was able to help me even on my birthday, because, you know, you do get disappointed. You do get tired. And that's what I was talking about initially in the beginning of the show about breakthrough. Breakthrough is something that you've been longing for, something that you've been yearning, something that you need. If you need to pay your rent and they saying they're getting ready to put you out, you need a breakthrough. If you desire to get out of that apartment, you need a breakthrough. If you desire to get out of that jalopy of the car, now don't curse the car, because at least it's getting you from point A to point B. But if it's hot and you ain't got no air condition and everything is hot, you need to roll down the window and say, Lord, yes, truthfully, I'm hot and I'm irritated, but thank God I got a hot car, you know, so you still to be grateful, because somebody that's on the bus would love to be riding in that hot car. All right. And so I'm going to tell you, and most people look at me now, Sheila, and they say, oh, you got all this bling and you doing this, that, and the other. But they don't know my first car was a 1974 Gremlin that I bought. It was a hatchback 1974 Gremlin. They used to laugh at me when I said, oh, I have a Gremlin. So they thought it was the movie Gremlin. They thought it was the movie Gremlin. I said, no, that's the name of my car. And they said, no. But, you know, people that's, you know, in my generation or whatever, they understand about those Gremlins. But that car was the best. And you know why I love that car? It's because I paid for it. Couldn't nobody take it away. It was mine. I worked for it. And that's how that particular feeling of accomplishment is what you receive once you go through that program. Please don't frustrate, even if it's not my company. Don't frustrate anybody financially that's in your corner, whether they're a CPA, whether they're an accountant. Now watch your money, player. Make sure you watch your money. Don't be letting people handle your money like Oprah said, and you don't check your money. Always, as James Cleveland used to say, always shout with your money. Don't ever shout without your money. So it is really good, you know, that you've had this experience and having this experience. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming through on my birthday and sharing your experience. And you will get the house. And that's right back at you. Greater is coming for you and your family. And, you know, we just some more amazing things. So thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you.
All right. So I will talk to you next time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it, you all. That's another witness. So I don't know what else to tell you. This works. Listen, you need a credit breakthrough. Tonight's show is talking about credit breakthrough. If you got late payments, you need a credit breakthrough. If you got late payments and you got collections, you got both of them. If you got bankruptcies, if you got tax liens, and you, that have child support, male or female, you need a breakthrough. And it's not just enough. Let me say this before I go to my commercial break. It's not just enough for you to be able to say, because most people feel, well, my score is 640 or 660, and you feel like you're okay. But if you still have some closed accounts and it has the balance, you are not okay. If you still are at and your score has plateaued, it's a reason why it maybe moves up either 1 point or maybe it moves up 5 points. So you need to take advantage of this type of service that somebody, just like somebody said to me, a young man, it was awesome today. He was like, I can't believe I actually got a chance to speak to you and you're telling me and giving it to me straight. And I was like, yes, I do have an assistant and all that good stuff. But a lot of times I try to do the hands-on, especially with this karaoke. I call it karaoke, the corona. All right. And so you don't want no more, as Lisa say, the corona, what is the COVID-19 credit? You don't want that COVID-19 credit. All right. So it's a blessing to have this type of service. And certainly, you know, for me, and somebody asked me this years ago, well, what if you just got cash and you just, you don't get your credit together? Yes, you will be able to. Matter of fact, people still get stuff with bad credit. Let me just say that people still get stuff with bad credit, and people can get anything with cash. But I tell you one thing, when the cash runs out, then you're going to need to make sure that your credit is in the place where you can secure that loan and secure it with a low APR. All right. That's the annual percentage interest rate, the rate. All right. You need a low interest rate. All right. So I'm going to take a commercial real quick, and I'm going to come right back, and I'm going to bring in my next guest so he can come in and say happy birthday. This is a owner, entrepreneur. So I'm going to bring him on just as soon as I come back after this commercial break. Stay tuned. Well, I'm back. Happy birthday. It is my birthday celebration today. I am yours truly, Casacello James. It is my birthday, not tomorrow, not yesterday, but it is May 20th, the national holiday. I forget whatever that holiday is on the flag, but today is my birthday. I'm super excited about it. I've been blessed all day. And so I'm so grateful for you being with me on tonight. Now, if you have any questions that you want to ask on tonight about the credit breakthrough, I definitely can answer those questions for you. We got Arlena, that was my guest. But this is the credit man that makes a huge difference in her life and in many people's life. So, you know, you've heard it from this particular excellent young lady herself. You heard it word for word out of her mouth. And so it is just one of those things that you welcome, Mr. Banks. It is one of those things that you always, it's good to hear it from another source. It's always good to hear it from another source. All right. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor. Keep me in prayer. Lift me up in prayer, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. All right. Thank you for everything that I do. Thank you for what you do. All right. You and your wife. Thank you. Hey. Let me go on and bring in my partner. This is my road dog. This is my confidant. Lord have mercy. If there was ever a Bonnie and Clyde, Lord, it's this young man right here. And I'm going to tell you, now don't call me for no hair color because I do blonde, black, and brown. That's it. I don't do nothing but blonde, black, and brown. But this young man can do the greens. You fellas, he put all these stuff. I like to do the designs and stuff. Y'all like my little haircut and stuff? I told you I was going to give it to you. Let me stand up a little bit so you can see this little bling bling. I got my mess on tonight. I had to show him a little something tonight. All right. So if he was here, I'd have had him put a little color because I want me some red. You're red for the blood, red that I'm coming out. All right. So I'm just having a good time on my birthday. If you have any credit question, I don't care if it's about interest rate, houses, cars. If you jacked it up, messed it up, got it fixed one time, and now you're back in the same redundant cycle again, whatever your question is, I'm going to try to answer it on tonight. But without further ado, I'm bringing my good old maestro, master stylist himself, entrepreneur, owner, and operator of Vera James Salon, Mr. Jeremy Gunn.
Happy birthday.
There you go.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I was trying, but YouTube don't play that with that copyright stuff. I was going to say, if you're looking for devotion, you got to show it up. Ooh, Lord, I like that. Let me tell you something. You tell the bishop, y'all know how to throw some good picnics. I ain't with them old crazy church people that don't like to have fun. I'm with the church that's gonna have some fun, baby.
I know
they was having some good. Shout out to what's the bishop over there? I love him anyway.
William Murphy.
With Bishop Murphy. So Bishop Murphy, if you listen, let me tell you something. I just saw, this is one of his members, but let me tell you, I saw they had a gospel picnic and stuff. I said, you tell the bishop, he know how to get down, baby. I'm with all that. But anyway, welcome. This is my brother. This is my boy. You know, we work together. And we've done hair shows, platforms, we've done stuff together. And I'm so super proud of him. He has his own bona fide. He does barbering and hairstyling as well. And, you know, if you're looking for a place to work and you're dependable, got steady transportation, he do have some spaces available. They filling up, people already in there. So, you know, and he can give his information and type it on below. But if you're looking and you're serious, because we ain't got time to babysit, not in COVID-19, but we didn't have time before. But this is Jeremy Gunn. I want you to just talk about whatever you want to talk about, your experience, because you've been dealing with me for a while now. So I want you to just talk about your experience, about my company, and about, you know, how I try to help and coach people through this, you know, complicated credit situation.
Okay. Well, I've seen you coach and do well on a lot of people. A lot of my clients, you know, I turned them over to you. I hadn't seen them buy a house and then turn right around and buy a brand new car. And then it's just like, and then I bought a car. Yes. And then, you know, my sister's credit, she's doing good. I mean, even a couple of people that, you know, that was probably having more, like I've seen you coach so many different people. Some people that might've been thinking about going bankrupt. You was like, maybe you shouldn't do that. And, you know, I've learned a whole lot, you know, just being around you and from you coaching me, like and I'm still learning. Like I started at the bottom. I'm headed to the top.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just learning oh my goodness, if it hadn't been for what you've done for me, I wouldn't have my own salon. Yes, COVID, the corona came, but it ain't really scaring me for my business wise. Cause you know, I was handling things, you know, I'm taking care of my money and making sure that, you know, I don't overextend on my credit cards, just a whole lot of stuff. So, I mean, right. You're helping me a lot.
Well, let me ask you this. So how do you feel? Do you feel like it's frustrating with the procedures and the system that I have concerning, you know, trying to get to the place, you know, do I teach it in a way where it's understandable and down to earth, where you can really grasp the concept? For instance, learning about the reporting date and the payment date, you know, learning the two, how they can kind of be tricky a lot of time. You know, when you're getting ready to, you know, try to get your score to go up and you see, okay, well, I paid it, but then I paid it after they had already reported it. And I'm not going to see that until maybe the next month. So how do I explain all that kind of stuff? You know, is it kind of complicated or, you know, is it okay? What?
No, well, in my situation, it's almost like you're showing me. It's like, okay, now it's time to pay, because when you look at your credit card bills, it's going to tell you one thing. And then as you're looking at your credit report, they're going to report it on a different day, and they're going to report the same day or the same time of the month, every single month. And if the way you was telling me is, if you can get it before then you're going to see it on your credit. You're going to see it on you're going to see your credit, the impact it's going to have on your credit. But if you just wait till your credit card bill, then you might not see it until the following one. So, absolutely. I mean, I'm still learning a whole lot. I decided I need to go slow because I don't want to miss not anything that I don't want to miss anything about how I can take care of my own credit. That's the big thing, is you're teaching me how to take care of my credit. Now, I thought I knew what to do a long time ago. You know, I thought I knew everything there was to know about credit. I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna have no good credit. Oh, well, I'll just pay cash or whatever. Right. But in so many different things in life, it's like you go through your whole life thinking you know what you're doing. Absolutely. Just to find out you don't know nothing about what you do. You don't know nothing. Like, I ain't know the first thing about credit. Right. But when I was younger, I had a whole lot of credit cards that really kind of messed me up. But now I'm like, oh, I see why they messed me up, or I see where I went wrong. Because, you know, I get mad, cancel it. I ain't paying you.
Like
do that again. Like I went to where they consolidated my credit, seen my credit score drop. I'm like, well, why is it dropping? Because I've learned why these things happen and why I'm not supposed to do that, why I shouldn't go that route. Why, like, I've learned a whole lot.
Correct. And that's the biggest thing for me. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be ashamed. I'm not that type of businessman. You don't have to embellish your situation. You don't have to make it more than what it is. Because the first thing, and you've seen me in action. You've actually seen me in action. So most people that tell me, well, I don't think mine is that bad. I have a little bit of stuff that's wrong. And then when I look at their report, I say, this is wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, this wrong. Even the different addresses, even the AKA names, even the remarks, because a lot of people don't realize that you have to remove the remarks. So even though the account is removed, a lot of times I push to remove all of it. You don't just want to remove the account and leave the remarks, because any underwriter, when you're applying for a $10,000 loan, $15,000, $20,000 loan, if they see anything, any traces of your past, they can use that against you, because they're looking to make sure that you're not a high risk. You always want to be a low risk, as I said on a previous show. And the low risk person gets the best interest rates. They get the best type of service. When you go to the dealership, they ain't in the back room looking at you through the glass window talking about you, saying, that joke out there got bad credit. So you don't want to have to go through that. You want, as I say, it's a drive and sign. You want to drive and sign. And the first thing that I want to do, and then we're going to piggyback a little bit, that I want to talk about is when I'm talking about credit breakthrough spiritually, whatever you do, that you communicate with what I believe in God. So that's just my personal belief. So as a spiritual believer, and I'm not talking about the religious aspect of it, but believing in God and believing in his divine power, I believe that I want to keep my mind sane and I want to keep my mind sound so I can make better decisions. Because that's the problem right there. A lot of people make poor decisions because they're under duress or they're pressed. And so what I mean by that, like if you just got a job, your old car went out and you say, well, I got to get me a car because I got to go to work. So we know that, but you still don't want to start paying, get a car and the interest rate is 35%. Or you want to go to Santander, which I do not like that company. And many people across America have that particular company, but they charge you outstanding, ridiculous interest rate. And so for me, you're only hitting the what? You're not hitting the principal. You're only hitting the interest. So even if you pay $500, you might get maybe 75 or $100. I give you that hits the principal, meaning your balance is actually going down. But the rest of that money goes to the interest. So therefore, you got to make those informed, educated decisions, and don't just go by feelings all the time. That's where that spiritual peace of mind comes in, when you're talking about a credit breakthrough. And just don't take, most people give up because they're tired of looking, and buying a car is exhausting and it's overwhelming. You just feel overwhelmed. Buying a house is overwhelming, but you have to fight for your rights and you have to have a clear mind so you can get the best interest rate. And so with you, even introducing the credit card scene, if you will, and learning that you've came a long way. Because I listen at you sometimes when you say, you know what, I know exactly why I went down. I need to do this. I'm getting ready to pay this and this, that, and the other. So that makes me feel good because now I've taught you what I've done and what my system is for my company so we can win as a team. Because when I become your credit advisor, we're now a team. Now the team player, now if we trying to run northbound and you running southbound trying to sneak behind my back, that ain't no team player. Come on with it. Come on, y'all. Come on with it. Throw your hands up and say team player. Ah, team.
Yes, team.
Don't be running for the wrong team. If we going northbound, you got to run northbound. You can't be running southbound and thinking then you get to the finish line talking about, we say, you crazy thing, you done made the goal for the wrong team.
Yeah.
You don't want to be and let me tell you something. It is tragic. And you know what? If your name is going to go up high, you got to do the right thing. You got to do the right thing. Informed, educated decisions. I love that. Make an informed, educated decision. Let me talk about that right. Informed, educated decision. All right, you got to do it. Thank you, Miss Powell. So at the end of the day, you know, for me, when I look at you and how far you've come, and now to be when we was putting together, when we did the LLC, remember when we was doing the LLC for Vera James and Salon, even while you was typing it in, even while we was going and doing the LLC and we was getting that together, I believe just like you believe. And so here's where I'm going right now. Get those people off your team. Talking about team players. Get those people off your team that do not believe in your dream. If they don't believe in your dream, delete them, kick them out, erase their number. You stop dealing with these scallywags. Can I call them scallywags? Stop dealing with these scallywags that do not. Now I'm telling my 48 years old. You don't want to be dealing with people that don't believe in your dreams. Your dreams will come and they will come true. They will come, just like the Bible says, he that will come shall come. So at the end, will not tarry. So at the end of the day, you have to believe it, number one, because there's going to be a whole lot of stuff that try to discourage you. It's going to try to erase your dreams. But you have to understand, as I say it all the time, this might be your location, but it's not your permanent destination. Oh, this might be your location, but it is not your permanent destination. Ah! Woo, I love it. I love it. Because you got to understand better will come. As Sheila said, great. I love that. She didn't just say great. Because see, I listen. She didn't just say great is coming. We already got great. She said greater. Ain't that what we want? Greater. Come on, Mr. Walker. This is the young man that you was inquiring about his salon. That's what I'm talking about. You ever need a haircut? You ever need something? Here it is, baby. So thank you so much. I'm doing wonderful. So at the end of the day, it is just a pleasure, you know, to see your growth and to see how your score has climbed, and not just the rough side of the mountain. It has been climbing. Now, let me ask you this, because see, I like to mess with you. You know, I like to mess with you when it comes down to this. Now, what type of car are you planning to get? What type of car are you? Can't tell too much, but what type of car are you have in your spirit? It's shut up in. It's like Badil says, shut up in your spirit.
Yes. I'm gonna get me a QX56.
Oh, a QX56.
So I can ride high.
Oh, high and lift it up. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. And let me tell you something. You all, how can I say this? This is another concept. There are people that are living that type of lifestyle. When you are a team player and you're actually connected with a company, you know, that does business on the level that I do it. You know, I'm an author. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been in business for 32 years. Not only do my family know it, and shout out to all of them, especially my sister, Ebony. Thank you, love, for that birthday gift that you gave me today from my nephew and my sister. And most people don't even know I have a sister in Miami, Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Well, that's on my dad's side. And so at the end of the day, for me, you know, being able to see people accomplish their dreams is a big deal because, you know, they might not tell it like I want them to tell it. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of people that have been able to be homeowners. You've seen that. People, you know, with cars, you know, just stuff that we need, you know, in this particular earthly realm and stuff of that nature. And COVID-19 is still running rapid and stuff of that nature, but you can still make it and survive. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I checked some prices because I do my homework and different things of that nature. The apartments are still $1,350, $1,380. Apartment rents are not going down to $500. Over here where I live in this old gated community, they did not drop the rent. They didn't drop it in January, February. They didn't drop it in February. They didn't drop it in March. They didn't drop it at all. So in other words, I don't know. Now, maybe y'all can tell me because then y'all let me know. If anybody out there and your particular mortgage company called you or your rental place called you and say, listen, you don't owe us any more rent payment for the next 3 months. Now, nobody informed me of that. Has anybody got that? No. So
I did get a letter back.
Yes. All right. So
and he said, rent is due payable on the 1st. I said, all right.
Okay, so the
I
letter
guess I got-
you still owe it. So you did get a letter. Yes, and so that letter say no renty, no housey. You don't pay your rent. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Honey, you got to do it. You got to have a J-O-B. You want to be
Yes, yes.
Ain't nothing going on but the rent, man. So that people ain't playing with you. And let me tell you something. You can't get these people. I don't care what people say. You cannot get these people merchandise because this young man has seen me in action. What I get, I pay for. What I say I'm going to get, I'm going to get. I said I was going to get the brand new car. Did I get it?
Yeah.
Got the exact one. We was on the highway. I said, I'm going to get that car. I want it brand spanking new. And I want nobody tushy to sit in it but mine. And that's what I did. All right. But that's when you get a credit breakthrough. Credit, Sheila, if you will, type that for me. I just need to see it at least 3 times. Credit breakthrough. I want everybody to say that tonight. We're getting ready to end. But I want you to understand for the rest of your life, you're going to get a credit breakthrough. A credit breakthrough. You need a breakthrough in your credit. You need a breakthrough in your spirit. You know, maybe it's not your birthday today. I still got a couple of more hours before. Well, I celebrate mine the whole month. So even tomorrow, you can let the Cash App come on in. All right. All right. The church's been kind of slow with the Cash App, but I'm going to still wait on it. You know, they've been trickling in. I see all these happy birthdays. But as I told Sheila, my mama and my family used to say, don't nobody want no birthday card and ain't nothing in it. Don't nobody want no empty birthday card. Happy birthday is wonderful, but faith without works is dead. All right. So at the end of the day, credit breakthrough is what we need. Credit breakthrough. We need credit breakthrough. It's about interest rate. It's about getting the house that you desire. And listen, just like me, if you got to wait on it a little bit, and I got one more thing I want to announce. If you got to wait on it a little bit, just because you're waiting don't mean it's not going to come. It will come. It will come. Credit breakthrough spiritually, mentally, and financially. All right. If you type that for me, Sheila, credit breakthrough spiritually, number 1, mentally, and financially. I'm going to say it again. Credit breakthrough is this: spiritually breakthrough, what? Mentally breakthrough, and then financially breakthrough. It's spiritually, mentally, and financially. All right. Financially. All right. So you need a credit breakthrough. That's what we are heading. That's it, Mr. Fletcher, a credit breakthrough. Because not only, I'm telling you right now, I don't know, it came out of nowhere, but I want me another brand spanking, chanking new Mercedes, and I'm going to get it. I don't know if it's going to be white, black, or silver. Because, you know, I love me a good old black car. Black is my favorite color, as you can tell. But at the end of the day, just as soon as the ink is dried on that new home that I'm going to buy, I'm going to get me another good Mercedes. Yeah. I like the way they drive. I like the way they handle. I don't get it to keep up with VH1, WeTV, ETV, EFT. I don't do none of that. I do it because Casacello. If I like a Honda, I buys me a Honda. If I like a 1974 Gremlin back then, I bought it because that's what I want. Not because I don't understand these people. They talking you out of your dream. If that ain't what you want, don't get. Because I tried to talk him out of it. I said, Jeremy, why you want that truck? You don't need that truck. That boy was driving that. Talk about when you was driving that truck. I told you, I said, that truck, you was driving that truck so fast. I said, you're gonna have to put me out.
Yes, that was fun. You was like, you sure do know how to drive? I said, oh, it was wonderful. Wonderful.
But watch this. How about when we went to the dealership and the man thought he was going to play you, but he didn't know my expertise. I said, we need to come down. All you got to do, because they wanted him to come up with some more money. We can tell a little bit. And they was telling him he had to come up with some more money. I said, no, we just going to renegotiate that deal. He was sitting right there and I made him go back, recrunch the numbers. He said, well, you know what? We can do it. We're going to do this. That's what you could have did in the first place. But if you don't open up and have that wisdom, you know, at the end of the day, it's good to have somebody on your side that can be a team player. Credit.
You was the captain that day. But
yeah.
You said, got to be willing to walk away. That's what you said. So when we went up there, he said, you need to do this and do that and do that. I said, I was not prepared for all of that. I'm sorry I wasted your time. Come on. And we was headed out. He was, hold on.
It does work because at the end of the day, I told him, I said, we prayed before we got there. We already had his budget. We wasn't coming up with no extra $1,000 just to put an extra grand in your pocket for that day. These particular businessmen knew how to hustle. But see, they didn't know that he had a silver bullet with him, buddy. Because I tell you, I wouldn't. And then I come, you need to put some gas in the car. Then I said, well, he need this, that, and the other. I was going off. And it was like, okay. I was going off so bad till they had to sit down at the desk. They were standing up first. Then they sat. But that's what you need. Credit breakthrough. What is credit breakthrough? Spiritually, mentally, and financially. What is credit breakthrough? Spiritually. Come on here. Mentally. And what? Financially. One more time. What is credit breakthrough? Spiritually. Mentally. And I see you, Sheila. Yeah. Credit breakthrough is what? Come on, get it in your spirit. It's what? Spiritually. Mentally. And financially. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
You better. Where's the tambourine? Where's the tambourine?
That's what we're trying to get. You need it. If you're looking at this show in the morning, you need a credit breakthrough spiritually. I know somebody sitting there, they're saying, Lord God, surely is. Because I was about to slap all them jokers at my house. Especially, watch this. This is for that single mama. This for the single mama or the mama that's married and ain't got no help. Them kids, that the husband, even the dog, the goldfish that got on your nerve. Now your brain is exhausted and they think you are Superwoman, but you need some help in that mug sometime. Every now and then you need some help. Like Peter, you can talk about Peter all you want to, but he had good sense enough to cry out, and the Bible said he hollered one word, help! Woo! When you holler for help, look like God will come to your rescue. I know he will. I know he will. Mentally, what? And financially. Y'all done messed up. You shouldn't have let me put my good old church jacket on tonight, huh? I feel like preaching. So at the end of the day, this is going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year. Now, let me tell you why I want to make this announcement. So I got this young man. I had the pleasure of meeting the person. Now, you help me, Jeremy, because I don't know all the language for it. But I had the pleasure of meeting the producer and composer. He's has his own studio and all of that stuff in Atlanta, Georgia. He's the creator of the what? Now, what's this song? The Wobble. It's called, y'all know the wobble, wobble with it, wobble with it, wobble with it, but I wobble with it, wobble with it, wobble with it, wobble, but I wobble with it, wobble with it, wobble with it, wobble. Now listen, y'all think ain't nothing. See, some of these Sheila, watch it. Let me bring Sheila on up in here. Let me tell you something. See, some of these folks gonna say, I remember him when. No, honey, I'm big right now. I got blessed. Here's the announcement. I got blessed. The producer, he's getting ready to do my song for my new commercial. So my new song gonna be on the radio.
All right, man.
This the same producer that did the what, Jeremy?
The Wobble.
The Wobble. So Mr. John Boyd, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's the producer that's going to be doing my song.
All right.
Out there. So we're going to have my song. So fix my credit. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna buy that brand new home. Fix my credit. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to pay all my student loans. Fix my credit. Oh, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. That was just a little sample. That's how I work out. Fix my credit. Gonna buy that brand new home. Fix my credit. Doo-doo. I'm gonna pay all my student loans. Fix my credit. That's it, honey. We're gonna grab it.
All right.
It's gonna be wonderful. So he's gonna be doing that song for me. I'm going in the studio. Now y'all just holler at your boy. And the ones that didn't watch the show, the ones that say, oh yeah, I know. I'm saying, child, I ain't seen you. Give me Sheila, give me Jeremy. That's the people I know stuck with me.
Yeah.
Fix my credit. It's gonna be my brand new song. And so I'm honored about that. That's gonna be wonderful. And it's going to be so amazing, you know, what we're getting ready to do in the future and all of that. Trevor, thank you so much for my birthday gift. I got a cash app. I heard it ding, honey. I heard it ding. Wait a minute. I got another one coming in here. All right, Mama Fletcher. Oh, $25. That's Arlena referral. Miss Jackie, come on with it. All right. And I got Timothy. Somebody said happy birthday. Ooh, I can't. They're coming in. The church coming on in now. All right. Let me see. Oh, the church coming in. The church coming on in. Happy birthday, honey. Happy birthday. I might be able to buy a new light fixture after a while. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you. Arlene, if you can hear me, come on. So, but at the end of the day, thank you so much. That's our show, y'all. You know, time goes by when you're having a good time. And so I've had a time. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Arlena. Edmund, so much for being with me on my. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anything that y'all want to, you can think of real quick in the next 60 seconds, anything that you want to add, anything that you want to say, you know, about the book or anything, you know, whatever you want to say, I'm going to give you. Jeremy, you go ahead real quick.
Go ahead. Hook with Costacella because he'll treat you right. He's doing me right. I feel like my goal is to own my building for my business. I'm going to own it.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Sheila, what's going? Final thoughts and words.
All right. Yes, just go for it. Just pay attention. Just come aboard. The real thing. He's genuine and he's professional. And he'll tell you if he can't do it, he'll tell you he can't do it. If he don't want to do it, he'll tell you I ain't messing with you. So, you know, just come aboard. He's a true man. He really is. I'm telling you.
I appreciate that. Listen, you all, I want you all to know, I'm going to try to put this up there one more time. This is what I believe right here. We need a credit breakthrough. We need TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and even LexisNexis. We need a credit breakthrough. I'm telling you, spiritually, mentally, and financially. I pray that whoever see this show, whoever is listening at me right now, I don't care if your rent is late. I don't care if it was late before the COVID-19. I'm telling you, if you pray and ask God for a credit breakthrough, He gonna touch your spirit, He gonna touch your mind, and He gonna send that money. And not only that $1,200, but you don't just need some little, you know, little dribs and drabs. You need a constant flow. You need a constant flow. I told one of he's actually like my nephew cousin, but I'm more like an uncle to him. And so I told him today, son, don't wait till you get 50. Don't wait till you get 65 to try to, you know, to try to start and put a foundation on your retirement. But you want to already have an outlook. Even though you're in this place right now and you're young and you got the energy and you got the tools, don't let time go by and now you almost close to 50 and you're trying to start over, because starting over hurts. I don't know about y'all, but starting over, kind of mad. It is very uncomfortable and it hurts. It hurts to have to pack up, move, and all of this good stuff and all of that. So, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, but if you got to do it, do it. Because I'm a firm believer. Do what you got to do. If you got to rebuild. Ain't nothing wrong with rebuilding. All right.
And this,
go ahead.
This is a time for favor for us, not famine.
Yes.
We are not living in famine. We're living and walking in favor.
Yes. So I believe that. And it is my desire that everybody, tonight's show, I wanted it to be dedicated to credit breakthrough. I wanted you to understand, because in my last thoughts, and we're going to go out with this. My last thoughts is this, that a lot of times people don't understand how credit works. They have, and I'm gonna give you a prime example, and we're gonna end on this good note because I feel real good. A lot of times I've heard many people say that, you know, I got my credit utilization. That means how much you're spending out of the credit limit that you've been given. That means how much you've been spending out of the credit limit that you've been given and allotted. They're giving you $500 or giving you $1,000, but most people keep saying, I don't know who created that, but I wish they wouldn't have. And I'm gonna tell you why. So they keep, I keep hearing, as I've heard for many years, just keep it right at 30%, right at 30%. Well, 30% is still too high for me. So I always challenge my customers, you know, when you get a credit card, you want to get in the habit of just paying it off. So if you spend $200 and you got that money to pay it off, then pay it off. Number one, you eliminate the interest rate, because they're going to charge you some interest rate. So you don't want to have to pay them jokers none. Macy's, Dillard's, Neiman, Saks, nobody. Walgreens, Tall Greens, even Walgreens, if they had a credit card. You don't want to pay anybody interest. I'm not a fan of that. 30% is pushing it, because what if you forget on the other two cards, but you're doing good on the other two, but the other two you got 39%, and you got these at 30, but the other ones are 45%, and these two are at 30. The system calculates, y'all hearing me? The system calculates every individual card. Then they put it, and it's an old-timey word called goulash. They throw it all in the pot, and that's how you're going to get your score. It's called an algorithm. So it's not just one thing that you say, well, I can just slide on. You have to make sure every account that's in your credit profile is paid correctly, is being handled correctly, because one account can mess you up. One account, if you max that card out and even go over the limit a little bit, then you're 110% into that card. You was only given 100%. Now you're even 10% more. So it's going to make it really bad, and your score will drop. I've been saying it for years. Balances are not your friend, because they have devised that calculation in that algorithm. They created it so they can make money, the powers that be, because FICO is not paying me. TransUnion is not paying me. Experian is not paying me. TransUnion is not paying me. So they're in the business, just because they have all three of us on this screen right now. They have our credit report, and they have a dossier. They have, they have that ledger. They have our credit report. But, I don't want them to have it, but the government allows them to have it. But they make money off that report. So they're not in business for free. This is about big business. And this is, as I said today, we're not playing checkers anymore. What are we playing? We're playing chess, because chess requires you to think on another level. So credit breakthrough is what? Spiritually, mentally, and what?
And
financially.
Thank you all so much. I love you. Thank you so much for being with me on my birthday. And to all of you all, you still got time, to show some good old birthday love. I'm not going nowhere. That's my good old Cash App is over there. It's just a little $ Casacello. Holla at your boy. Like they say, holla at your boy. Since the Wobble go do my stuff, I might as well get my homeboy stuff on. I'm excited about my little credit song. Fix my credit. It's going to be off the hook. So I got that song. I got the lyrics. Can't nobody steal my stuff. It's copyright, everything. And so I'm super excited about my new song. It's going to be on my brand new commercial. The commercial I was going to run tonight, I'm going to run it next week so I can shame that devil and give him a black eye. But all is well. Thank you all so much for being with me. And until next time, I'll see you next week. I know it's Memorial Day. We ought to get some ribs or something. We need some ribs or a hot dog. I like me a hot dog and burn it a little bit, just a little bit, and get some tater salad, and do it real good. That's the country way, All right. So thank you so much for all the birthday love. I will see you again next week. Until next time, you all be blessed.